Okay, I call to order the May 19th, 2026 regular board meeting of the Glencoe Park District to order. Lisa, please call the roll and note the time.
Right at 6 p.m. Commissioner Colby,
Here.
Commissioner Hazen,
Here.
Commissioner Guzman, here, Commissioner Cummins, here.
Okay. Thank you. Consent agenda items. We will do items A through G are routine, have been discussed in advance of the committee. I'm going to recommend a motion to approve. Any commissioner want anything pulled from the consent agenda items last night?
I need a motion, a second.
So move it.
So moved. Second.
Lisa, would you please do a roll call vote?
Commissioner Hazen,
Yes.
Commissioner Guzman, yes, Commissioner Cummins, yes, Commissioner Colby.
Yes. Okay. Well, we got done with that business quickly. We clearly have some members of the public here, so I would like to, allow the members of the public to speak. As it is said at every one of our meetings, it is our practice not to really address questions here today. However, we will take all of your comments under advisement. Is there anyone who would like to make a verbal comment? And if so, please limit it to 3 minutes per person. Okay,
I'm right up here.
come on up. Welcome.
I got it.
Okay,
To the park commissioners and Madam Secretary, my name is Jim Carper and I live at 977 Vernon Avenue. My wife and I have been residents of the village for 34 years. Tonight, I want to talk about the Park District's management of invasive plants. This year, when our parks were found to be overrun with invasive lesser celandine, the Park District doused the plants with Roundup to deal with the problem. Celandine gone. 2 years ago, when Milton Park was overrun with invasive buckthorn, the Park District called in the goats to deal with the problem, and buckthorn gone. A few years ago, when all of Glencoe parks were found to be overrun with invasive dandelions, the Park District did nothing. And the weeds grew and the weeds spread. And they grew some more and they spread some more. And now we have a full-blown dandelion problem. As the dandelions go to seed, all we see is dandelion fluff waiting to be dispersed throughout the parks and onto the lawns of every homeowner, regardless of how close they are to park property. The board's inaction on dandelions is detracting from the beauty of the village. When residents and visitors walk, bike, or jog down park trails from Shelton Park north to Maple Hill Road, they don't see our beautiful trees, shrubs, sculptures, and playgrounds. No, they see unsightly, invasive dandelion fluff. The Frank Lloyd Wright House in Ravine Bluff Park should be a jewel in the Park District portfolio. Instead, when the dandelions go to seed, this park looks like a vacant lot with an abandoned house. Commissioners, please do something about this. Mow the parks before dandelions reach the seed head stage. Or better yet, create and maintain gardens of other early flowering pollinator-friendly plants. Do something. You do show some willingness to combat dandelions. According to the latest newsletter, and I quote, "We now only spray athletic fields where dandelions can pose a trip hazard for players." Let that sink in. You only spray athletic fields where dandelions can pose a trip hazard. Really? Dandelions are a trip hazard? Now you insult my intelligence. I'm too old for Little League and I don't play softball, but I think I too deserve to enjoy a weed-free park. And so do you. So let's ask all the residents if they agree with your no spray policy. Ask them if they want weed-filled parks that invade their private property. The next time I address you, I can only hope that I will not be on crutches because I sprained my ankle when tripping over a dandelion while walking through a park. Please, I'm serious. Get the dandelion under control. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for your time. We do appreciate it. I'm glad you're able to read our newsletter and see where we do, tackle that problem head on. But thank you very much for taking into consideration. Perfect. Looks like we have two more speakers. I think you're at the end first, and then would you mind going after? Perfect.
Good evening, my name is Larry Dabb, live over on Edgebrook across from West School. Just a quick history, 30 years ago, when I was on the school board, I worked with the Park District Board in straightening out all the ownership.
Yeah.
At the center of West School, we changed all the property lines and it all worked out really well. Was also on this village board for 8 years. What I'm trying to find out is, I know I see all the guys working over there and whatnot, but what was the goal that we're trying to achieve by changing the parking along the west side of the school? Because if it's just it's not making it safer, actually statistically, it's making it less safe. And we're only gaining like 3 cars, so it seems like a lot of work for 3 cars. And I think there's a solution. It's not a simple solution, but I think I forwarded you kind of a sketch that I came up with showing because the things that are concerned to me are, one is the children. They're always dropped off in the public street, which is not too good. You've got cars, whether they're angle parking or parallel like it is now, kids are going in between the cars, which is extremely dangerous also. And people wait for their kids, so they block the streets and whatnot.
Yeah.
And the biggest concern, one of the, beyond the safety of that, is when they go to turn around and go back east toward Forest Way, I have a circular driveway.
Yeah.
So after a game, there's 5 or 6 a night. So I park my car now there so they don't cut through and around so a simple, a solution, and I think you saw it. I don't know if you had time for the board members to see it, if I may pass this out or.
I mean, yeah, you can pass, you certainly can pass it out. We're probably not gonna have a chance to comment on that this evening.
I'm not asking you to comment, I
I
just,
can add that, I think I forwarded it already, but I can
Yeah.
forward it again.
okay, well, if you forwarded it, but what it does is it adds more parking than we currently have and more than the plan that is in front of us tonight, or the one that you're working on. More, all the drop-offs are off the public roads and right directly into the park.
Yeah.
And it allows people that drop the kids off for the park to circle around without going through all the neighbors' driveways, and it's a significantly safer solution. It does require, though, an additional 12 foot of asphalt. So we'd have to, you have a 20-foot section next to your to the tennis court, so we could easily slide over everything. I know it's a little late too, because I see them out there working in the morning, but I just felt like I might as well spend 3 minutes.
Yes.
Just addressing the board and thanking the board, by the way. I think the park district, I played here 30 years ago when we had the old gym playing basketball. Multiple times had to call the ambulance because guys were getting hurt, but you guys have done a wonderful job in prior.
So you played here when you were playing kindergarten 30 years ago?
No.
No, we do.
Still old men 30 years ago.
In all seriousness, we really appreciate you coming tonight, and it has not been an easy avenue to figure out how we can optimize that situation. There are people that think the parallel parking on the street is tough, and so move it off the street. There's people that think moving off the street is tough, so put it back on the street. But I hear your sympathy. You have my sympathies, because having a circular driveway is not an invitation to be a turnaround for people, and that one is tough. We talked last week about how we can use some signage to help encourage people.
Yeah, I don't like the bunches. My wife had it. She's gonna put those tacks, with that, so when you back off.
You know what? It's your private property. I will let you navigate those roads. I have a friend that hurts should you need it.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
But in all seriousness, it is really a difficult challenge to navigate. I will chat with the fellow board members and see
It's
individually, one-on-one with them to see what the thoughts are, but I definitely appreciate your time, and your commitment to the town.
It has more parking. It drops the kids off directly in the park, not on a public street. The parking is off the public street, and it's a turnaround so that you wouldn't have to drive through my neighbor's driveway.
Yeah.
So again, thank you all.
Thank you for coming, and again,
Now with that.
thank you for your dedication on the board.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
It looks like we have one more, unless you're gonna speak as well. Wait, you're speaking first? Oh, okay, your moral support.
Yes.
Yeah, but before I speak, I have a question. So this is your only public comment time, or after you talk about subject matters, you also have public comment.
This tonight is our only public comment time. However, all of us are accessible via email. You can always work with the executive director and she may ask you to work with some other people. But this is definitely a time for public recorded comments.
Yeah.
However, we are at your service, 365 days a year,
Yeah.
should you want to come and address us one-on-one as well.
Got it. And then when you say one-on-one, is that because you're fearful that you can't put all the commissioners in a room together to have conversations? Because that it's an open.
Right, so you can speak two-on-one as well, but I was being a little bit more, less precise. You can speak to any of us two-on-one.
Mhm.
If we have more than three, that's considered an open meeting. And that we have to have an agenda for it, have to have it public, so that's why this is a great forum for public. But you have every right as a citizen to come talk to any one or two of us together.
Yeah.
Also reach out to Lisa Shepherd, or any of the directors there and, have meetings. Lisa has plenty of meetings with people all the time. I have meetings with people all the time individually, so that's.
So meetings is where, as you had mentioned, when you said this is not a place for you to answer questions, it's just public comment. You want us to do it in a forum where it's one-on-one or 1 to 2 only, but not an entire board hearing important questions that we want answers to.
You can ask any question you want tonight, and I'm gonna start putting the timer on, because you can ask any question you want tonight. We typically do not address those direct questions, but we will answer your questions.
We'll get back to you.
Either at a meeting or off of a meeting, but you can ask anything you want, we just don't answer them at this time.
Got it.
And with that being said, I'm gonna ask you to start your 3 minutes and then know that you can always reach out to us.
I'm asking questions because I'm a taxpayer resident.
No problem.
You'll start your 3 minutes when I'm ready to start. You're not going to tell me when I'm going to start. I'm ready to speak, but I'm entitled to ask questions. So,
We're starting in 3 minutes, sir.
and I will begin. Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Jeff Shapak. I'm a resident of Glencoe. Tonight, I want to speak about public safety, accountability, and operational management at Glencoe Beach and Lakefront Park. The Park District operates these facilities, but surrounding residents in the village are increasingly left dealing with the traffic congestion, overflow parking, pedestrian safety risks, enforcement burden, and the neighborhood disruption that comes with them. This is not sustainable. Other North Shore communities manage this more reasonably and responsibly, including hiring private security to help manage lakefront operations, parking, access control, and safety during peak periods. Why is the Glencoe Park District not doing the same? The Park District operates with a very substantial annual budget supported largely by Glencoe taxpayers. Residents should reasonably expect professional operational management at the beach and lakefront, but we don't have it. And let's remember something important. Glencoe residents supported the Park District. Glencoe residents approved millions of dollars in additional funding and borrowing authority for beach and park improvements because we believed in investing in community assets. Residents funded these improvements and placed trust in this commission. So please show respect to the residents who made those investments possible. My wife and I have repeatedly asked for better gate management and traffic control on the road leading down to the beach. It has not happened. This has been going on for years. Cars regularly drive down the roadway way too fast. There have been repeated near misses involving pedestrians and families. You are all now publicly on record that when someone gets hit, you are aware. Lisa Shepherd has been told this repeatedly. It is dangerous. I recently learned that the Park District previously had staff actively checking beach passes at access points on weekends from May through September. Frankly, that sounds like a much more responsive operational model than what exists today. Because what residents are experiencing now is growing public safety and neighborhood management problems with insufficient staffing and inadequate operational controls. Meanwhile, the village police officers and public safety resources are left handling the consequences. That's unfair to the residents. It's unfair to village taxpayers. It's unfair to the village public safety team. If the Park District does not currently have the resources to properly manage the crowds, parking demand, traffic flow, and safety impacts being generated, then the answer is simple. Increase the cost of access, charge appropriately, generate the revenue necessary to operate the beach responsibly. According to your own 2025 audited financials, your beach operations appear to lose money on a direct operating basis. If the beach requires more staffing, hire more staff. If it requires professional security and traffic management, then hire professional security and traffic management. What cannot continue is the current approach where residents pay substantial property taxes, approve major capital funding for the Park District, absorb growing public safety impacts, and then are told the Park District lacks the resources to properly manage this operation. Residents are now paying attention, and the expectation going forward is clear. Professional management, professional staffing, financial accountability, and operational responsibility for the impacts being created. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. We appreciate it. If you would like to send anything by email to myself or to Lisa.
You will be getting along from us.
Perfect. Thank you very much. We appreciate your
Thank you.
comments.
Thank you.
Does anybody else?
Thank you.
I think I have all of our speakers here, so that is very good. Well, thank you everyone who did speak. We appreciate it and appreciate the time that you took out of your day to come join our meeting. We're going to move on to our annual meeting, which is the election of president and vice president. Lisa, would you like to start this?
Yes, I would. As board secretary, it's my pleasure to open nominations for president of the board. Are there any nominations for president?
Is there anyone you want to nominate for president? Okay.
Any other nominations? Yes, focus, Michael, yes. All right, hearing no other nominations, that nomination is closed. As board secretary, it's my pleasure to open nomination for vice president of the board. Are there any nominations for vice president? Nicole. Okay. Any other? Okay.
No.
Hearing no other nominations for vice president, that nomination is closed. I request a motion to approve Michael Colby as president and Nicole Reifman as vice president.
Second.
Second, please. Second, I'm going to do a roll call. Commissioner Cummins? Yes. Commissioner Colby?
Yes.
Mr. Hazen?
Yes.
Commissioner Guzman? Yes. Excellent.
All right.
Okay. Now to vote you.
Perfect. Then, as president for the next year as well, I'm going to move to appoint Jackie Avitia Guzman as our treasurer. Dirk Price of Angel Glick as our attorney and ethics officer, Lisa Shepherd to continue as secretary for the board of directors and executive director. Gary Hazen representing as the representative of the Glencoe Plan Commission, Lisa Shepherd and Eric Ragazzi as the Freedom of Information Act officers, Lisa Shepherd as NSSRA liaison and Glencoe Park District representative.
Second.
Perfect. Lisa, can we do a roll call vote?
Commissioner Guzman?
Yes.
Commissioner Cummins? Yes. Commissioner Colby?
Yes.
Mr. Hazen?
Yes.
Okay. The next thing is the board chair appointments. I'm going to ask Nicole Reifman as Glencoe Beach and Lakefront Advisory Committee Chair, and myself as the Early Childhood Advisory Group Chair.
Second. All right.
Okay. Lisa, can we do a roll call vote on this?
Second, yep. Commissioner Colby?
Yes.
Commissioner Hazen?
Yes.
Commissioner Guzman?
Yes.
Commissioner Cummins? Yes.
Okay. Given, I think we have a little bit of a shorter window tonight, there's not going to be any verbal report on our financial, but I believe they were distributed. It's in the board packet. Does anyone have any questions for John? Okay, it's pretty business as usual. Executive director report, there is again no verbal report given tonight. The report will be available or is available in the board packet. Do you have any questions for Lisa? Okay, we do not need to move into executive session, and as we discussed earlier, this was a little bit of a quicker meeting because we are going to move on to other business, which is the greenhouse ribbon cutting at 6:30 p.m. at Shelton Park Greenhouse. So I'm going to recommend a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Perfect, all in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Aye.
Okay, quick meeting tonight.